Hey friends, Megan McIntosh here. Welcome to this week's video. I am very excited to talk to you about identity shifts and how to create an identity shift with the new year. I don't like to talk about New Year's resolutions because I think that so many of us, think we want to do something and then try it for a little bit and don't follow through. So I'm talking about identity shifts because that's something that you can think of in a similar vein, but what's different about it is really creating a new reality for you based on the type of person you want to be. So if you're interested in this topic, if you're interested in the personal development idea of creating a new identity for yourself and what that means and how to go about it, stay tuned because that's what this video is going to be all about. So I hope you're all having a great day. It is absolutely snowy outside. On Sunday to Monday, we had a huge snowfall, 20 to 50 centimeters across Ontario. I don't even know how much we got here, but seriously, it was this much. We spent all last night shoveling ourselves out. It was quite a snowfall. It was pretty fun though. And it's just really, yesterday, a lot of kids stayed home. Even though we're in lockdown, kids were supposed to go back to school yesterday, but because of the snowfall, a lot of them work from home. And it was just one of those days where deliveries weren't happening. It was a nutty day, but it was super fun because I love walking outside and seeing so much snow. It's just the weather it's a little bit less cold when it snows here, rather than being minus a billion, it's, hovers around the 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 degrees. And so it's pretty nice. All right, so I'm going to talk to you guys about this identity shift piece. And I think it's really important to think about anytime you want to make a change, the reason why it doesn't happen, and not beating yourself up about it, because I think it's something that we all go through, right? I mean, I've been biting my nails since I was a kid, and I really have never made a proper decision to quit biting my nails. I know I've tried a few times, but they're still not the best. I mean, some of them have grown in and they're good, but it's not something that I changed, right? And I was listening to a podcast about someone who actually stopped biting their nails, and one of the things that they mentioned was that they decided to change their identity around it, and they went to, what would someone who didn't bite their nails do, right? This is just a small example. And that someone maybe would go for manicures. So that person then went for manicures and then started looking after their nails in a proper way, like someone who had nails. So that's just a tiny thing to think about. But if you're thinking, I do want to make shifts, it's the new year, even with the idea of New Year's resolutions, and people don't like that word, in January and I find September, everybody wants to start fresh, and it's like a new page is open, a new chapter, and we just think about what can I do to create lasting change. And so many times, I know a lot of people get on the weight loss bandwagon, or they want to get healthy, or they want to have better relationships, and there's so many things that you could do, right? But it's about picking maybe one or two things and deciding what are those things that I really want to do, and what are those things that are important to me that I'm going to increase on my value scale. So in our lives, we value certain things in our lives, right? And we put that value based on the amount of attention we put to it and time we put into something. So if there's something that is not happening in your life, look at where you're valuing it. Are you paying attention to it? Are you thinking about it on a daily basis? For instance, your health, right? If that's something that you want to increase the value on, then you're going to have to put more time into thinking about it, and you're going to have to put more time into actually doing things to make that a part of your life, right? Whereas if you're really good at valuing things like relationships or friendships or your kids or whatever, they're going to be high up in your value scale, and you're going to notice that you spend a lot of time with them. So what I always say to people, if they do want to make a change, you can say, hey, I want to do this change all till the cows come home. But if you don't shift it in terms of your value ladder and increase the value on that, it will never happen, right? You'll still do the same things that you do on a daily basis. You have to literally create a new identity, and to make a change, you can't just say you want to make a change or try something a couple times. You literally have to think like that person that is the brand new person of who you want to become. And what do they do, right? How do they act in a specific way, and how do they place the value on that activity or that thing that they want, right? So if you're saying, I want to make more money in my business and I want to get more clients in your business, then that is something that you have to really put a lot of focus in on and a lot of value on, and realize, what are the things that I need to value? What are the things that I need to make time for, right? And oftentimes it is a shift in your whole programming, a shift in your entire life, a shift in the way you think, and a shift in the way you act. And that's why people don't continue on with New Year's resolutions, because if they don't think about this identity piece, the piece of, if I want to make this actual change, I literally have to change who I am as a person, the way I think, the way I act, the way I behave, and I have to step into the shoes of someone who is acting this way. And I think that it's something that you have to actually take time to do, to think about. So what I would recommend, if you are wanting to make a shift in any area of your life and you want to create that new identity for yourself, instead of saying, yeah, I want to make that identity, really think hard about what that person would act like, how they would behave, and write those traits down so that you can start slowly emulating and you can start becoming like that person. And it's not an easy task, and so you don't want to beat yourself up about it. Just realize that it's something that you have to work on, because you're literally shifting the chemicals in your brain, you're literally shifting your behaviors, and this is no easy task. So that's basically all I had to say today, is really about making an identity shift. I don't want to keep going on and on about it. I just really wanted to be make it so simple for you to understand, is that any type of lasting change you want, you have to change your identity. You literally can't just say you want to make a change, do a couple things, and change. You have to step into the shoes of that person. If you wanted to become an Olympic ice skater, for instance, you know, the Winter Olympics are coming up. I cannot wait. You would have to start training like someone. You'd have to, like an Olympic ice skater. You'd have to start eating like them. You'd have to do fitness like them. You couldn't just be like, I'm going to be an Olympic ice skater because I think about it, right? And same with if you're doing anything in your business or in your life, any type of life shift, you have to say, what would someone that's already got this in the bag, someone that knows how to do this, what are they doing? And if you don't know the answers to that, you might want to Google, or you might want to just do some research beforehand. You might say, well, I don't really know what they would do. Well, in that case, you want to then find out, what are the skill sets they have? What are the things that they currently do that you can then emulate, right? What are proof, what are resources that you could find that'll help you get into that person's brain so that you become similar, right? It might not even be a person that you're emulating. It might just be a habit or new habit or a new way of living, but you do want to find out, hey, there are people that already do this. There are people that already know how to lose weight or know how to get more clients or know how to do this. What are they doing? What do I need to do that I'm not doing already? What are the ways they're thinking? What are the ways they're acting? How are they behaving? And that way, when you start learning about that, that's going to help you become that new identity. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying a lovely January so far. It's hard to believe it's 2022. I can't believe it. We're in like almost year 2 of the pandemic. Oh my goodness. And by the way, if you're interested in coaching with me, I would love to do so. I have a couple programs available. The way I work and the way I coach is I look at your intuition, influence, as well as your innovation. And let me explain that in further detail. So your intuition, so I work with clients on their mindset as well as their energy. So being able to become that new identity, being able to like up level yourself, being able to get yourself to that next level by shifting your energy, shifting your mindset, and really stepping into the shoes of the person you want to be and the person you need to be to get the results. So we work on your mindset and energy in that, and then give you that'll help you get that intuition to become that person that you know you're meant to be and occupy in that space to get what you want. The next area we focus on is your influence, right? So a lot of times you're going to be growing your business oftentimes on social media and amping up your visibility, and that happens through marketing. Now the other piece is sales, right? You don't always have to be marketing on social media. If you know sales, you could just reach out to people you already know. And there's different ways to do sales where you can just have people come to you. So I have different ways of teaching marketing and sales that really amp up your influence. And that's something that I really encourage people if they're trying to build a business online, is to think really hard about sales and marketing and learn it as much as they possibly can. And the third part is innovation. My background is filmmaker and writer, and so I am quite creative. I have over 10 years in the advertising industry as well as writing, and so, well, not 10 years writing. Well, I mean, I have a post-grad in journalism, and I've been writing a long time. I don't know how many years it is exactly, but the thing is I've been in the creative industry, and one of the things that you want to do is learn how to amp up your creativity, step into it, because if you're going to be a leader, if you're going to be someone that is basically making change in the world, creating an influence, you need to become a leader, and you need to have your own methods, frameworks, ideas, thoughts that you're going to be then putting out there into the world and being confident to put out there into the world. And the way to do that is being able to tap into your creative ideas and innovating on a regular basis. So that's one of the things I teach people, because it's really, that's the only way that you're going to separate yourself from the pack. So thank you so much for watching. Definitely send me a message if you're interested in coaching with me. I would love to tell you all about it. We would get on a call, and whether or not you're interested in working with me, it's not really a call where I'm like salesy. It's really just getting to know each other and if we'd be a great fit. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.